अच्छा आदि जुलाई तो चलो हम तुम्हारे जोड़े सीखे लो પછી डियर स्टूडेंट this is my fourth lecture of molecular spectroscopy paper number PH5502 as you know in the last third lecture we have solved the Schrodinger equation of a rigid rotator and obtained the rotational energy of the molecule. As you know that molecule is a chemical bonding of two atoms with a constant internuclear separation R and is rotating about an axis passing through the center of mass. Due to the rotation of the molecule possesses the rotational energy, and by solving the Schrodinger equation of a rigid rotator, we have derived the equation of rotational energy in the last lecture. You just recall the equation of rotational energy of molecule is given by x square upon 8 pi square I j plus 1. Okay, you should also remember that by solving the Schrodinger equation of a molecule or rigid rotator, we obtain the rotational energy of molecule is x square upon 8 pi square I j plus 1. And the second thing, we have obtained the eigenfunction of the molecule by solving the Schrodinger equation. This E is known as eigenvalue of the molecule. Okay, so E is the eigenvalue and psi is called the eigenfunction for the molecule. Now, in this equation, I is the moment of inertia of the molecule. J is called the rotational quantum number. J is called rotational quantum number. It can take the values starting from 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. J is equal to 0 is called the lowest rotational level. Okay. Next. Now in terms of wave number, energy equation can be written as, okay, now if you know the lambda is called wavelength and 1 upon lambda is called wave number. So in terms of wave number, if you want to write the energy equation, then here you have to put E is equal to Sc upon lambda. If you want to write this equation in terms of wave number, so in terms of wave number, energy equation can be written as, if you want to write this equation of rotational energy in terms of wave number, you have to put E is equal to Sc upon lambda. This 1 upon lambda is called the wave number. So E is equal to Sc upon lambda is equal to S square upon 8 pi square I j into j plus 1. Well, H is going to be cancelled. So 1 upon lambda comes out to be H upon 8 pi square IC j into j plus 1. So value of 1 upon lambda is H upon 8 pi square IC j into j plus 1. Okay, this 1 upon lambda is called the wave number. Now we study rotational spectra. So we say that 1 upon lambda is the rotational wave number. So 1 upon lambda is for the rotational wave number. Its value is h upon 8 pi square IC Jj plus 1. So this is the equation of energy in terms of wave number. Now this rotational wave number, is denoted by symbol Fj. F is the symbol of rotational wave number. It depends on J. So I have written rotational wave number of F bracket J is equal to h upon 8 pi square IC J into J plus 1. So rotational wave number 1 upon lambda is denoted by symbol Fj, and rotational wave number Fj is equal to h upon 8 pi square IC J into J plus 1. So this is the rotational wave number Fj, which is equal to h upon 8 pi square IC J into J plus 1. Okay. Now this h upon 8 pi square IC is a constant term. That term is called h upon 8 pi square IC term is a constant term, and it is denoted by symbol B. This B is called rotational constant. B is called rotational constant. Okay. Now can you imagine what is the unit of this rotational constant B? So h upon 8 pi square IC is a constant term. It is called rotational constant denoted by symbol B. Okay. This is the expression of wave number. What is the unit of wave number? 1 upon meter or 1 upon centimeter inverse. So unit of rotational constant will be meter inverse in any case unit or centimeter inverse. Okay. You can be asked objective that what is the unit of rotational constant? Then it is the unit of rotational constant is the unit of wave number, that is 1 upon lambda, 1 upon meter or 1 upon centimeter. Okay. Now we put here we get Fj is equal to rotational wave number Fj is equal to, now we have just defined the constant h upon 8 pi square IC is called rotational constant B. So we put h upon 8 pi square will be J into J plus 1. So this is the equation of rotational wave number. Once again, rotational wave number Fj is equal to Bj J plus 1, where J is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay. Now we will draw by putting different values of J. By putting different values of J, we calculate the rotational wave number. I write the equation rotational wave number here. It is rotational wave number Fj is B J J plus 1. Okay. Now we will draw different rotational energy level of the molecule, because due to the rotation of the molecule has different rotational energy level, in which the energy of the rotational energy of the molecule will be different. So I draw some rotational energy level of the molecule. This is the lowest level, J is equal to 0. This is the lowest rotational energy level, J is equal to 0. Then J is equal to 1. J is equal to 2, J is equal to 3, J is equal to 4. So I have shown different rotational energy level of the molecule. Now we write the rotational wave number in different rotational energy levels. Let us start with the lowest rotational energy level, in which J is equal to 0. In the lowest rotational energy level, J is equal to 0, the wave number will be F0 is equal to, yes, if you put J is equal to 0 here, the rotational wave number will be 0. In the level J is equal to 1, the rotational wave number F1 is equal to if you put J is equal to 1 here, 1 into 1 plus 1, that is 2b. 2b. In the level J, rotational level J is equal to 2, the rotational wave number will be 2 into 2 plus 1, 6b. 6b. In the level 3, it is 3 into 3 plus 1, 4 into 3 will be 12b. In the level 4, its value will be 20. 20. What is your conclusion from this? What is your conclusion from this? If you find the spacing of rotational wave number, okay, then between this lower level 0 and 1, the spacing is 2b. Spacing is 2b. Between level 1 and 2, the spacing is 4b. Between level 2 and 3, the spacing is 6b. And for level 3 and 4, the spacing is 8b. So what is your conclusion? That as the rotational quantum number increases, the spacing between consecutive rotational levels also increase. So we make a statement, we have a series of discrete energy level, thus we have a series of discrete rotational levels. We have different rotational levels denoted by J is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. We have a series of discrete rotational levels whose spacing increases with increasing value of J. As the value of J increases 0, 1, 2, 3, the spacing between successive rotational energy level also increases. So we have a series of discrete rotational energy levels whose spacing increases with increasing value of J. Okay. So this is our conclusion, that we have discrete rotational energy levels, but these discrete rotational energy levels are not equidistant. As the value of rotational quantum number J increases 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on, the spacing between successive rotational energy level also increases. Okay. Now we will, in the second part, we will discuss the rotational spectra. Okay, in the second part, we will discuss the rotational spectra, which is very important. So we are going to discuss the absorption rotational spectra. So in order to discuss the rotational spectra, we consider two energy level of a molecule. Two energy level of the molecule. This is the lower rotational level. I denote the rotational quantum number by J double dash. Okay, and this is the upper rotational level, in which the rotational quantum number is J dash. So I have considered two rotational levels of the molecule. This is the lower rotational energy level, in which the rotational quantum number is denoted by J double dash, is the lower rotational level, and J dash is the upper rotational level. Okay. Now when molecule makes a transition between these two levels, lower rotational level Z double dash and upper rotational level Z dash, then we get emission spectra or absorption spectra. Okay, you know the condition that when molecule goes from lower state to upper state, it absorbs the radiation, so we get absorption spectra. When molecule makes a transition from upper level to lower level, it will emit the radiation, so we get a emission spectra. So here we are going to discuss absorption spectra. When molecule absorbs the infrared radiation, it goes from lower level to upper level. When molecule absorbs the infrared radiation, it goes from lower level to upper level, and it will give the absorption spectra. Okay. And when it comes from a higher level to lower level, it will emit the radiation. So as a result, we get emission spectra. Okay. Now when molecule makes a transition, between lower rotational level Z double dash and upper rotational level Z dash, we find out the wave number of the absorbed radiation or emitted radiation. Before that, I write the rotational wave number in both the level. Lower rotational level Z double dash, what will be the rotational wave number? It is Fj double dash. Fj double dash is equal to B J double dash plus 1. Instead of J, you put J double dash. Okay. So in the lower rotational level Z double dash, the rotational wave number Fj double dash will be B J double dash plus 1. Please remember, J double dash is the lower rotational quantum number. It is the lower rotational quantum number. Now in the upper rotational quantum number, rotational quantum number is J dash. So value of rotational wave number in the upper level will be Fj dash. That is B J dash. Instead of J, you put J dash plus 1. So we have considered two rotational levels. In the lower rotational level J double dash, the rotational wave number of J double dash will be B J double dash plus 1. In the upper rotational energy level J dash of the molecule, the rotational wave number of the molecule will be B J dash plus 1. And when molecule makes a transition between lower rotational level J double dash and upper rotational level J dash, it will give emission spectra or absorption spectra. So now we calculate wave number of emitted or absorbed radiation. I denote it by nu. Can you tell me if the rotational wave number in the lower level is Fj double dash and the rotational wave number in the upper level is Fj dash, and molecule makes a transition between lower rotational level J dash to upper level J dash, the wave number of the emitted radiation or absorbed radiation. When molecule goes from lower level to upper level, it will give the absorption spectra. When molecule makes a transition from higher energy level to lower level, it will give the emission spectra. So wave number of the emitted or absorbed radiation is given by the difference of these two wave numbers, that is Fj dash minus Fj double dash. Once again, what is Fj dash? Fj dash is the wave number of the rotational wave number of the upper level, and Fj double dash is the rotational wave number of the lower level. We substitute the value of Fj dash and Fj double dash. So wave number of the emitted or absorbed radiation will be, yes. Now what is Fj dash? It is the rotational wave number of upper level. It is Bj dash J dash plus 1 minus Fj double dash, which is the rotational wave number of the lower level J double dash, that is Bj double dash J double dash plus 1. So this equation gives the frequency of the emitted radiation or absorbed radiation. When molecule goes from lower rotational level to higher upper rotational level, it will give the absorption spectra. And in absorption spectra, whatever the line is observed, the wave number of that absorbed line is given by Bj dash J dash plus 1 minus Bj double dash J double dash plus 1. Now, I will tell you the selection rule for rotational transition. Selection rule for rotational transitions. See, according to the selection rule, any transition cannot take place. Only those transitions will occur for which the difference of rotational quantum number is plus or minus 1. If the difference of rotational quantum number delta J is plus minus 2, plus minus 3, that transitions are not allowed according to the selection rule. This rule you will study in quantum mechanics. So according to selection rule of rotational transition is given by change in rotational quantum number delta J must be equal to plus minus 1. Okay. So according to quantum mechanics, the selection rule for rotational transition is given by delta J plus minus 1. Only these transitions are allowed, the other transitions are not allowed according to selection rule. So selection rule for rotational transition delta J is plus minus 1. What is delta J? This is the difference of rotational quantum number of lower level and upper level. Now what is the rotational quantum number of upper level? J dash minus the rotational quantum number of the lower level is J double dash. That is equal to 1. Therefore value of J dash is J double dash plus 1. Please be careful. J dash is the rotational quantum number of upper level. J double dash is the rotational quantum number of lower level. Okay, now I substitute this value of J dash into this equation. So I will get wave number of absorbed or emitted radiation is equal to B. The value of J dash is J double dash plus 1 according to the selection rule. Here I put J dash is equal to J double dash plus 1. So J double dash plus 1 will be J double dash plus 2 minus B J double dash plus 1. It's a very simple equation. If you simplify this equation, you will get wave number of the emitted or absorbed radiation will be 2B J double dash plus 1. Okay, so we got the wave number of emitted radiation or absorbed radiation. Wave number of the emitted radiation or absorbed radiation due to the transition of the molecule between lower level and upper level is 2B J double dash plus 1. Please be careful in this equation. Again I write J double dash is the lower rotational quantum number. It is not upper rotational quantum number. In this equation, J double dash is the lower rotational quantum number. Okay. Now we find out the wave number of rotational lines when molecule makes a transition between two rotational levels. We have just obtained wave number of emitted or absorbed radiation. Nu is equal to 2B J double dash plus 1. We have just obtained the equation of wave number of emitted or absorbed radiation when molecule makes a transition between lower rotational level and upper rotational energy level. When molecule makes a transition between lower rotational level and upper rotational level, then the wave number of the emitted or absorbed radiation is 2B J double dash plus 1. This J double dash is the lower rotational quantum number. In general, I denote it by J. But when I write J, you have to understand it is a lower rotational quantum number. So I replace this J double dash by J. Please be careful. J is the lower rotational quantum number. Okay. Now let us see the different transition of the molecule between rotational levels and see how the rotational spectra arise. Okay. Number 1. When molecule makes a transition from 0 level to 1 level, you will get the first absorption line. Whose wave number is given by, yes. Now see in this equation, what do you put? Molecule is making a transition from 0 level to 1 level, then you put 0 or 1. I have written that J double dash is the lower rotational quantum number. So when molecule makes a transition from level 0 to 1, you have to take J is equal to 0. If you put J is equal to 0 here, what is the Bell number of the absorption line? U is equal to 2b, 0 plus 1, that is 2b. Okay, so first line we obtain, that is 2b. So this is the first rotational line of the rotational spectra. This is the first rotational line of the rotational spectra, which is obtained due to the transition of the molecule from the lowest rotational level 0 to 1, and the wave number of the first rotational line, wave number of the first rotational line is 2b into 0 plus 1, that is 2b. So wave number of the first rotational line is 2b. Okay, and you can also say according to the selection, what is the difference of quantum number 1 minus 0, that is 1. So that transition is allowed. The second allowed transition is from 1 to 2. 1 to 2. When molecule makes a transition from rotational level 1 to 2, I get the second rotational line. When molecule goes from level 1 to 2, I get the second rotational line, and wave number of this second rotational line will be 2b. Yes, what do we take? 1 or 2? We have to take J is equal to 1 because J double dash is the lower rotational quantum number. So if you put J is 1, 1 plus 1, so that comes 4b. So wave number of the first rotational line is 2b. Wave number of the second rotational line will be 4. Third possible transition is from 2 to 3. Here molecule goes from lower level to upper level, so we are getting absorption spectra. So these lines are known as absorption rotational lines. So when molecule makes a transition from level J is equal to J is equal to 3, we get the third rotational line in the rotational spectra, whose wave number is, yes, let us put J is equal to, yes, what is the, between level 2 and 3, what is the lower quantum number? 2. So 2 plus 1, 3 into 2, 6b. So wave number of the third rotational line will be 6b. And I show one more transition from level 3 to 4. I get the fourth rotational line in the rotational spectra, which wave number is, I have to take the lower quantum number. When molecule makes a transition from 3 to 4, lower quantum number is 3. So 3 plus 1, 4 into 2 will be 8b. So here at the bottom, I have shown the different rotational lines. The first rotational line, wave number is 2b. The wave number of the second rotational line is 4b. Wave number of the third rotational line is 6b, and fourth rotational line is 8b. This way we get the rotational spectra due to the transition of the molecule between different rotational energy levels. Okay, now what is the separation between rotational lines? Okay, these lines are known as rotational lines. Find the separation. Okay, the separation of wave number between first line and second line will be 4b minus 2b, that is 2b. Separation between second line and third line will be 6b minus 4b, will be 2b. Separation between third line and fourth line 8b minus 6b, that is 2b. So what is your conclusion? What is your conclusion? That rotational energy levels are not equidistant. But rotational lines are equidistant. And what is the spacing between two consecutive rotational lines? That is 2b. So finally I write the conclusion that absorption spectrum of molecule is expected to consist a series of equidistant lines and what is the spacing between two lines? 4b minus 2b, that is 2b, 6b minus 4b, that is 2b, 8b minus 6b, that is 2b. Okay, so absorption spectrum of a molecule is expected to consist of a series of equidistant lines with a constant separation. Of 2b. So this is the conclusion of this discussion, that absorption spectrum of molecule consists a series of equidistant lines, rotational lines, and the separation between two consecutive rotational line is constant, that is 2b. And I give you one example. What is the importance of this rotational spectra? See, experimentally, for HF molecule, if you study the wave number of these different rotational lines of HF molecule, the spacing between two lines, spacing between two rotational lines is found to be, what is the spacing between two lines? The spacing between two rotational lines is 2b. So in case of HF molecule, the spacing between two rotational lines of HF molecule is found to be 40.5 centimeter inverse. Now, what is the use of calculating the spacing between two rotational lines of HF molecule? If you know the spacing between two rotational lines of HF molecule, then you can find rotational constant B. So value of B comes out to be 20.5 centimeter inverse. 2.5. Yes. 25 centimeter inverse. Okay. So experimentally, when the experiment is confirmed, when the rotational spectra of HF molecule is studied, they found that the spacing between the first rotational line and second rotational, the spacing between consecutive rotational line to be is found to be 40.5 centimeter inverse. So value of rotational constant B is 20.25 centimeter inverse. Now you know the equation of rotational constant B. What is the rotational constant B? H upon 8 pi square IC. The equation of rotational constant B is H upon 8 pi square IC. You can put I is equal to mu r square. I is equal to moment of inertia of HF molecule will be mu r square. Now you know the value of B from the spacing between rotational lines. From the spacing between rotational line, the value of B comes out to be 20.25 centimeter inverse. The value of H you know 6.6 10 to minus 34 8 pi 3.14 square. Okay, I do not remember the reduced mass of the HF molecule. You can get it from the there. The reduced mass of the HF molecule is substituted R square as it is, and C is 3 into 10 to 8 meter per second. Now you can see here that by putting all these values, you can calculate the internuclear distance R. For HF molecule, from this calculation you can calculate the internuclear distance R. In case of HF molecule comes out to be, if you calculate this, it comes out to be 0.937 angstrom. So from the study of rotational spectra of HF molecule, by knowing the separation between two rotational lines of HF molecule, we can find out rotational constant B, and from the equation of rotational constant B, we can find the internuclear distance R for HF molecule. So this is the importance of rotational spectra. Thank you so much.